For some, there's not much more fun than going to a park. However, the definition of fun varies from person to person. This week we discuss the chessboard killer, Alexander Pichushkin. Let's open the serial killer file. There's no question that an accident can leave a child damaged for the rest of their lives. Alexander Pichushkin was born in Matuchi, Russia on April 9, 1974. He was a healthy and normal child until he suffered an accident while riding a swing at a local park. Just as he was swinging, he fell back, hitting the back of his head. Trying to hold on to the swing, he managed to slam the front of his head onto the pavement, resulting in damage to his frontal cortex. Following the accident, he began to act impulsive and fall into fits of rage. Due to his developmental and behavioral issues, his mother transferred him into a developmental school for children with special needs. Alexander was humiliated by this, and it only made things much, much worse. Schoolmates from his previous school began to verbally and physically abuse him whenever they had a viable opportunity. He was beat and called derogatory names for going into a special needs school. This only formed aggression inside of him. Once making his way into adolescence, Alexander's grandfather insisted that his schooling was failing him. He recognized how intelligent Alexander was and felt his talents were wasting away. Since he wasn't involved in any activities, his grandfather began taking him to Bitsa Park to play chess. The hobby showed his true skills and he became highly competitive in the game. For once, he found a way to channel his inner aggression and turn to a game of chess for a chance at dominating others. Despite his newfound love for chess, students and children still didn't hesitate to bully him, no matter what he did. Things would never be the same for Alexander once his grandfather passed away. Having lost a father figure who truly saw his potential and understood his emotional pain, he began to heavily partake in drinking, numbing the sadness and anger that was settled deep inside of him. The great loss of his grandfather flipped a switch inside Alexander. Following his life into alcoholism, he took out his dark emotions on elderly homeless citizens near him. He would interact with the homeless and gain their short-lived trust by offering them a bottle of vodka. Once drinking with the man or woman, he would lure them into Bitsa Park, smash the bottle, and then ram the sharp broken end of the bottle into his victim's skull, killing them in a slow and excruciating method. The beginning of his killings were speculated to occur in 1992 and only progressed as time went on. For 14 years, he would go on to kill over 60 innocent people. Aside from luring homeless, he would go out of his way to act social with people he met on the street. Once gaining the trust of the man, woman, or child, he would walk them to secluded areas of the park and at the right moment would violently beat his victim in the head with a hammer he carried in his bag. Other methods included luring victims and tossing them into sewers located in the park. Russian police did have the opportunity to stop this senseless killer, however, foolishly, they did not. In February 2002, Maria Vyrocheva was questioned by police after she was admitted to the hospital for unusual injuries she encountered while lost in a sewer. The pregnant woman met Alexander on the street and the two struck up a conversation. Financially unstable and soon to be an expecting mother, he insisted he would help her. He stated that he had hidden electronics inside Bitsa Park. If she wanted some extra cash, she could sell what he was offering her for free. Lured deep into the park, he pointed at a manhole and told her to look inside the hole to see his hidden gadgets. As she did, he began pushing her head and body inside the manhole. Panicking, she could no longer endure his strength and fell 8 meters into the darkness of the sewer. Frightened, Maria was determined to escape for the sake of her unborn child. Hours of endurance led her to find an iron ladder, which led her to the surface of another manhole entrance. Once talking to police, they dismissed her case and went on without investigating the man who attempted to kill her. With luck, Alexander continued going about his murderous lifestyle. Though he managed to possess an impossible amount of luck, in 2006, his luck took a swift turn. In the spring of 2006, police uncovered the body of 36-year-old Marina Moskalyova, a mother who was supposed to go on a date with the serial killer. Police reached a break in the hunt to catch him when they discovered a metro ticket in the pocket of the body. Video surveillance from the metro subway showed Marina's final hours as she was making her way to Bitsa Park with her unsuspected killer, who was carrying his murder weapon during the commute. The son of the victim had received a note from his mother which stated where she was going, who she was with, and Alexander's telephone number in case of emergency. This led police directly to the serial killer. Alexander was arrested on June 16, 2006 and was convicted of 49 murders and 3 attempted murders on October 24, 2007. As police searched his home, they discovered a chessboard with multiple squares written on, symbolizing the age of each victim he had murdered. Prior to his trial, he was escorted to Bitsa Park where he displayed the whereabouts of more than 40 of the bodies and giving police detailed descriptions of how each were killed. His precise memory helped aid police in discovering missing persons during the case. During his trial, he was kept behind a glass cage for his protection from family members in the courtroom. Alexander was sentenced to life in prison with the first 15 years to be spent in solitary confinement. Alexander's ruthless nature and lack of remorse has renewed an interest in Russia's death penalty. At the age of 41, he continues to serve his time in solitary confinement for his actions. That's all for now. Before we go, I'd like to give a very special shout out to Audible. Audible loves Seriously Strange and has graciously decided to support this episode. Audible is the leading provider of audiobooks with over 150,000 titles to choose from, and they're offering Seriously Strange fans a free audiobook of your choosing. All you need to do is go to audible.com/Rob and pick up your free audiobook. I'm currently listening to Helter Skelter, the true story of the Manson murders, and it provides a chilling insider's perspective to this infamous series of murders. But I won't spoil it for you. If crime isn't your thing, Audible has plenty of other genres to choose from how-tos to fantasy to history and much, much more. All you need to do is go to audible.com/Rob, download your free audiobook, listen anywhere you want, and expand your mind. Thanks for listening.